The best of the best. That's how the recently concluded 2019 Chooks-to-Go NBTC League National Finals has been billed after the top 32 high school teams both from here and overseas converged at the Mall of Asia Arena for a week of top-notch basketball. But as much as stars like Jalen Green and Sotto, as well as powerhouse squads like Nazareth School of National University hugged the headlines, the NBTC also brought a number of talented youngsters to the national consciousness. Here are 8 of them. Mark Nonoy just via Team Hustle. Let's start with the one who stole the show with a single game. The 18-year-old future-Growling Tiger shone the brightest in the Division I All-Star game, where future NBA players like the Greens and the Sottos roamed. Nonoy took over and scored 16 of his 23 points in the fourth quarter, including 14 straight to lead his side to victory. Sotto was spot on when he picked Nonoy first for his team and called him the best player in high school. Tony Ian at FSanbita.how about this year's breakout star. With all eyes on the debut of Rayyan Amsali, Ian did his part and helped the Red Cubs reach the Fearless Four. The Miami Occidental native turned heads, not just for his palindrome name, his real name is Winston, but also for his game. His shining moment came when he shut down Jalen Green in the endgame of their duel with highly regarded Film Sports USA. As Ian claimed the Best Defensive Player trophy, pundits could only wonder how bright Sanbita's future is now. Kai Balungay Film Sports USA.all eyes were on Jalen Green and Jiran Artist, but little did the Mall of Asia Arena crowd know that coach Bong Yulip had another ace up his sleeve. Film forward Kai Balungay burst into the scene with his ferocious game, turning out to be a two-way stud who made the scouts salivate with his potential. Balungay made life hard for Kai Sotto when Film met Ateneo in the Supreme 16, just as he was in the rounds prior. The 17-year-old may have already committed to Cal State Stanislaus, but Philippine teams sure should move heaven and earth to get a talent like Balungay. Gianquiambao G. St. Augustine Institute Pampanga. St. Augustine Institute Pampanga may have won the Division II title behind Brian Angelus's late heroics. But that should not overshadow Quiambao's brilliant performance all tournament long. The feisty Kapampangan guard was a big reason for St. Augustine Pampanga's rise, averaging 26.0 points and 8.8 rebounds as his sides go to guy. Though he had to sit on the sidelines and watched the conclusion of the Division II championship from the bench, Pampanga would not have been in this position if not for Quiambao. McTroy Crisostomo G. Holy Trinity College General Santos. Since we're talking about players who can heat up in bunches, how about this young kid from General Santos? Crisostomo couldn't get any hotter than in Holy Trinity College Gen Sen's fantastic 8, drilling 5 triples in a losing effort to Lyceum Cavite. But if you thought that was the end of the road for him, you're wrong, as Crisostomo went at it again, this time in the Division II All-Star game. The spunky guard fired 17 points to help Team Dedication get the W. John Errol on F Street. Luis Don Bosco Dumaguete. Looking for a marksman? Well, John Errolon may just be your guy. This sweet shooting winger from St. Louis Don Bosco Dumaguete has established himself as one of the most lethal gunners in the tourney, shooting 38.5% from distance for his 21.7 points per game. His on-point accuracy was a big reason for the Negrenses' run to the Fearless 8 of Division II, and it came as no surprise to anyone that Errolon came away with the three-point shootout crown. John Barba F. Lyceum Cavite. Much have been written about Macguadana being the fulcrum for Lyceum Cavite's ascent. But equally as important to the Junior Pirates campaign was John Barba, who was a perfect dance partner for the Batang Heel as playmaker. The 6'2" forward continued his tear from the NCAA to the NBTC, emerging as the squad's top scorer at 27 points per game, to go with his 7.8 rebounds and 2.0 assists. Barba has proven time and again that he can heat up in a jiffy, quickly scoring in bunches just like what he did to Street Mary's tag him in the Division II Fantastic 8, where he scored 13 straight points to put the game beyond reach just in the first quarter. John Bravo G. First City Providential College Bulacan. First City Providential College Bulacan wasn't even supposed to be here as the MMBL Division II champions stepped up in the absence of regional champions Sty West Negros Bacolod. Lucky for us that they did, as the public got to see the scoring outbursts of John Bravo. The young Bulacanyo was quick to introduce himself, firing a tournament-best 42 points for the Eagles in his first game against Durham Crossover Canada in the Super 32, before sustaining his groove in Division II action. Although he was already a marked man, it didn't stop Bravo from netting 26.3 points, the best scoring average in the tournament, to go with 15.3 rebounds and 2.3 assists for